pinup girls, and classic trucks. What's wrong with that? Check out more of the 50 Apache or share your own truck journey at lmctrucklife.com. Welcome back. We're working on this 2014 Can-Am Commander, putting on the winch up front. Now we've got the vacuum plate all in place. We've got all the electric solenoids there. It's just a matter of running the wires to this that Matt had already run through with the vehicle.
You know, that looks good. It's like you actually put some planning for that.
Yeah, right. A little thought goes a long way, huh?
It's nice when it all comes together, too. So, hey, I got those wires through there. You know, I learned from watching The Expert, of course, right? That's people that say,
You've been paying attention for the last few years, right?
Deliver that okay?
But when you set it up here, you'll see that everything's going to tuck away nicely. All we have to do is make a little connection with our plug-in connector here, and we are done with that part of it.
All right, I'll let you worry about that, because then when it gets to this point, maybe we can just throw in our little hook here, right? Our little accessory hook.
Yeah.
This is going to get us out of some stuff, and you can put the face back on, and boom.
We got to tighten some bolts. Well, this will be honest. Yeah, finished product. Everything is kind of hidden away. You'll just see that sticking out, and it looks like a factory front end for this Commander.
Looks good?
Yeah, so when you get this thing in trouble, we can get out. So we got the winch mounted up front. Now it's time to do a few upgrades in back. And one of the things we're going to do to this thing is put on these new Quad Boss torsion wheels. You know, one of the things I like is the fact, first of all, it's matte black with those polished accents. It looks good, but they're ultra lightweight, and these things are strong. They can handle pretty much anything we're going to throw at them.
So they do look great, and we're going to wrap them up with these QBT 447 tires, man. And these are really good for utility reasons, right? And now take a look at this thing. It looks aggressive. You've got the big, deep treads right there, the big lugs, man. And they wrap around the side. And what that's good for is, let's say you're off the road, which is where we're going to be in this thing, and you're getting in some soft sand or some mud. Now, not only are you getting the traction up here on the tire, but you're getting it down here as well. Hopefully, that is getting you up. That's the name of the game, right?
Yeah, I'm with you on traction. You know, we've had some instances with vehicles like this where we lost it and it ended up ugly barrel rolling. And one of the reasons we're going to put on these new spacers is to address just that. Now, we got these from Quad Boss as well, and these aren't adapters, they're actual spacers. You can run without them. The whole idea here is to get a wider stance, get the wheels farther out, and essentially lower the center of gravity. So what these will do is slide right on over here and bolt the wheel to it. It's just that simple. What you want to do before you use any kind of a wheel spacer is make sure you put a little bit of thread locker on all your studs. The last thing you want to have happen is the bolts get loose on this, and then the wheel starts wobbling and stuff starts getting ugly. So make sure you use a little thread locker and bolt this down and put your wheel on. Just want to make sure you start these by hand so you don't strip them.
I don't want to like slip.
And then torque them to about 250 man-pounds.
That's like 400 normal man-pounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put these bad boys on.
Just watching Travis.
So we are halfway there. The back is done. I'm going to roll around the front and put the spacers on up there.
So we've got the stance handle. That looks awesome. Now we want to keep the fuel system running clean, and we're going to do that with StarTron enzyme fuel treatment. Now I know what you're thinking. It's brand new. Why do we have to use this? Well, you know what? One of the things I love about this is where it says right there on the box. It's not the engine, it's the fuel. What they're talking about is the fact that today's gasoline has got all this ethanol in it. And that is put in to keep the emissions a little bit cleaner. Now the sacrifice or the trade-off on that is it robs you of horsepower and it keeps your engine from working to its full potential. This brings all that potential back. That's the name of the game. And it's simple to pour in. My neighbor was at my house the other day and he saw this in the garage and he's like, oh, what's that do? And I was explaining it to him and he's like, man, I don't know about that stuff because sometimes I pour too much in. Here's the deal. It's fuel-based. You can't pour too much of this in. So you can get a little sloppy if you want to. It's not going to hurt anything at all. They got a lot of different sizes, which is nice. So you got the big bottles and these little shooters where 1 ounce works for 6 gallons. So that's cool for, you know, a motorcycle or a four-wheeler or something like that. People love these little shooters. They said, I want one that's going to treat a bigger tank though, right? So they made the super concentrated formula, and that is good. This little thing right here is good for a 25-gallon tank. That's phenomenal. Now over here you've got 1 ounce for 16 gallons, the whole deal. Now where this really comes in handy are on vehicles like these. Sure, it's brand new when you buy it. You might run it every day for 2 weeks. Then it sits in the garage and it may sit there for a couple weeks, a couple of months. You've got old jet skis, boats that haven't run in years. And the deal is that ethanol sits in the engine and it gels it all up. The StarTron enzyme fuel treatment will actually keep that gas fresh for up to 2 years, which is crazy. So, like we said, this one bottle will treat 25 gallons. That's a little more than I need right here, but I don't have to worry about it because I can't put too much in. It's just that easy. That feeling good. All right, so that's done. We need to go to break, and when we come back, Got more work on the commander.
If you can
There's the cat right there.
build, you can have plants.
We've been planning it for months, so a sudden snowfall isn't going to stop you, because your Mazda's all-wheel drive can predict and adapt to changing road conditions. So even if you're unpredictable, your car is. Mazda's predictive
Somebody
active
was
all-wheel
throwing
drive.
it on my head.
Burger King offers more for $4.45 for more. Now get a plain grilled bacon cheeseburger, crispy 4-piece nuggets, thick cut fries, a drink and a cookie for just $4. Not just a deal, it's a full meal, 5 items, $4. Get them now, only at Burger King.
There's a certain connection
Who's
that a
getting
driver
money?
has with their automobile relative to sound. Or the exhaust brings an aspect to your vehicle that is not
I was
factor.
just wondering
What we really build here is excitement.
if it's
Like myself off the shade.
I don't know if it is fish.
One time.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, that's what it
Starting Tuesday, the world's greatest collector car auction returns to Velocity and Discovery. Join us for 6 days of live coverage from Scottsdale, Arizona. Get in on all the auction action. Barrett Jackson, Scottsdale. Live coverage begins Tuesday at 6 on Velocity, with continued coverage Saturday, January 30th at 3 on Discovery. Barrett Jackson is brought to you by TrueCar. The future of car buying is here. Visit TrueCar.com.
Winter nasal congestion. Is it a cold, sinus pressure, allergies? For all of those, there's Allegra-D, a maximum strength decongestant plus a powerful non-drowsy antihistamine for 24-hour relief. This winter, the answer is Allegra-D.
Being free from damping feels great. Maximum Street Selsun Blue targets damp, wiping out flakes and itch. Selsun Blue, freedom from damper. And now get damage control plus 4 and thicker looking hair. New Selsun Bullet Day.
Is it really true a normal bee lives 45 days, while a queen bee feeding on only royal jelly can live up to 5 years?
Yes, due to the rejuvenating properties of royal jelly.
Now available in premium Nacho younger looking shampoo and invigorating blend that maximizes the antioxidant properties of royal jelly and natural extracts to reduce the appearance of gray damaged hair, experience younger-looking hair, or your money back. New Nacho, the king of royal jelly at Walgreens. Saturday, international superstar Tyrese and hip-hop legend Red Run, both the players and the game. Premieres Saturday, 9, 8 Central.
Talk dirty to me.
Starting Tuesday, join us for 6 days of live coverage from Scottsdale, Arizona. Live coverage begins Tuesday at 6 on Velocity, with continued coverage Saturday, January 30th at 3 on Discovery. So today we've been working all day on this Can-Am Commander side-by-side. Now I'll tell you this, if you're ever out in the middle of the woods at night in one of these, you're going to learn real quick the value of good lighting on something like this. The same principles hold true on your work truck. Think about it. On your work truck, it's just as important, if not even more important, to have good lighting on that. That is where these come in. These are some super cool LED work lights from Brody Industries. And they're flexible because they're so small, you can mount them on anything. They'd be perfect for something like this or your work truck. Either way, you can't go wrong. Now they operate between 10 and 48 volts with full light outputs. That's a really low power though. We're talking just under 18 watts, and you've got a couple different patterns as far as the flood goes too. On this side, you can see it kind of concentrates that beam, and it shoots it way out, up to about 250 feet. You'll have really good light. Now this one kind of breaks the light up and diffuses it a little bit, and that's going to flood it all out just over 100 feet. So you've got a couple different options as well, as far as that goes. Now, these work lamps and these LED lights are just a small part of the entire line from Brody Industries, and you can get them all at Federated Auto Parts.
Here, the pathway.
Dude, 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to win that tug of war every time. I
I got this, dude. That one time's gonna be awesome.
That would be pretty cool. You know, we've had a lot of fun playing around this Can-Am Commander. Hold on, wait for it. You know, but one of the things we like about it is a true utility vehicle. You know, you've got the bed that dumps in the back, and I can put all the stuff in it. But I figured we take it up a notch and go ahead with a brand new swivel dump trailer. We got some guys at Quad Boss as well. Nice surprise.
This is a great surprise. Usually, sometimes your ideas, maybe not so much, and your surprises are even worse. But this time you did it with both, man. This is great. This is going to be unbelievable. Like, I would use this a million different ways around it, dude. I mean, I'm talking seaweed out of the lake, cut down some small trees and haul the brush away. If you're moving some dirt here or there, I mean, this is perfect.
Well, see, I'm always thinking of the kid, you know, so this is great for him around his property. The thing is, we just need to put the thing together, and it actually is pretty easy to do because look at here, you've got a couple bolts to put in place, support underneath, wheels and tires. Boom, we are off and rolling, bud.
You got bolts laid out for me and everything. I'm good. All right, here's the oil man. You know that? I can get used to this. It sounds like it's almost borderline respectful, which I'm really not.
I respect your elders. That's my mama thought.
Oh, yeah, that's true. This thing just keeps getting cooler and cooler. I can't believe Bruno was behind us. Look, it swivels, we can make turns, this, that, and the other. It dumps all that. Now, when we want to lock it up, you just kind of slam it in there, like that. And when you're ready to unhook it, you just step on the pedal, and boom, there you go. Ready to go to work. Love it. Come out. We'll finish up that Commander here in a little bit. Meanwhile, we can check out some of the new stuff that we got in today, like this. The lava shield from Heat Shield Products.
Now, this stuff is rated at 1,200 degrees Fahrenheit continuously and can take up to intermittent temperatures of 2,000 degrees. So if you've got anything that needs to be isolated from the heat, this is a great way to go, especially the fact that it is both water, acid, and chemical resistant, so it won't pull apart like most aluminized fabrics.
Now you take a look at this. It's got that cool carbon fiber look, right? And it's simple peel and stick. So you just peel it off, stick it on, and it's flexible, so you can do all the contours like on that piece right there. Pretty cool deal, and it blocks up to 80% of that radiant heat.
Yeah, this is nice.
These are transmission rear housing supports that we got from Merchant Automotive, and these are for the guys rolling down the road in the Duramaxes, right? So if you've got the Allison transmission from 01 to now, or if you're running that ZF6 from 01 to 06, you might be having a common problem.
Yeah, the common problem is driveline vibrations as a result of a bad U-joint or a bad drive shaft. The end result is going to be a crack in your transmission housing case, which can cause thousands of dollars of damage to the internal components. The problem is all the weight is set or hanging off the back of the trans. There's no support for it. So Merchant Automotive has this